Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Journey to Greatness, day 237 of 365 with David McDonald, the GOAT. Alrighty. So to begin, let's jump into our meditation routine. All right. So I will see you guys on the other side. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Micah. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. All right. So we just finished our meditation routine, and now we're getting into our reading routine. So we'll continue our read and then get into our journaling and conclude here today. All right, my friends, welcome back. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. So we just finished our reading routine, and now we're going to get into our journaling routine. We only have 3 days left for 240. 8 and 3 is 240, so we're hitting our 8-month milestone here shortly. So in our journals, what I usually like to start with for everybody who's joining us for the first time. Good morning, Ryan. How's it going? I will call you today. That's my word. Blessings, brother. What I usually like to start off with is by writing about what I'm most grateful for in the morning. That is for waking up and being in perfect health. And then jumping back to yesterday's events, anything I may have experienced, I like to write that down, and out of gratitude, just show respects to it by identifying it and then moving forward. Anything I wish to manifest moving forward, I go ahead and write those things down. So the journal is a good way to keep track of everything that you're going through and that you wish to achieve. And so it's a good reference point for you to hold yourself accountable. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Alrighty, welcome back. Happy Saturday, everybody. Good morning, Brandon. It's always good to see you, man. Oh, I went to Evergreen High School yesterday to volunteer. Really, I thought I was volunteering, but I sat in and really observed. And then I spoke to a couple teachers, personal staff, representatives there. And this young man had just recently got shot. And so the buzz around the school was, um, that it was a setup, that this happened, that happened, and it was pretty eye opening. It's pretty eye opening because at the end of the day, and I said this on my Snapchat yesterday. At the end of the day, it's like, yeah, we can make all this money and we can be so advanced and so this, that, and the other. But I think the ultimate blessing and the ultimate goal at the end of the day is to go back and get our youth. To go back and get our youth, and um, I'm gonna continue pursuing that path of, like, trying to go back and be, quote unquote, some type of mentor. Ideally, I would like to be back in Tacoma, obviously helping the young men and women there. Also, because that's where I come from and that's what made me, who I am today, and I appreciate it. So to give back to the community you came from is one thing, but just to give back to people in general is one thing also. But I think primarily what I learned yesterday was, um, that there's a lot of stuff going on around us. And when we choose to live an enlightened life and a conscious life, because we live in this, I had somebody tell me yesterday, oh, I live in a reality. And I'm like, I don't care about how you perceive your reality. Um, respectfully, you perceive reality a certain different way than I do. So, everything in my reality is real, and everything in my world is happiness and optimism. So, if I'm not aligned with one of those two emotions, or and love, and if I'm not aligned with one of those three emotions, then I need to remove myself from that energetic space and just keep moving forward, right? So, but my point here is when you live in that track, and that's the only thing that you want to see. You don't watch the news, you don't read the newspaper, you're up on current events, but you usually read them online through articles without the additional emotion, and the sway in how people mention or say things, right, through the media. um you can be, yes, you can live in this world, and yes, that's absolutely awesome, and we should. But then there comes a time for you to open up the pathway and extend an invitation to somebody. First, we extend the invitation to everyone, right? Obviously, we've created a community online, the journey to greatness, and I have rock stars who jump on this every single day with me, and it's awesome. So from our standpoint, yes, that's absolutely great, because we're searching for more. We want more. And so that's why energetically we've all been able to connect. But when it comes to our youth, they want more, and they don't know what they don't know. So, um, because of lack of experience, lack thereof, or more so of, it doesn't matter. But now to start taking these practices, to a degree, and extending them to younger people with lack of people who are defined as not having a vision, um, people who are coming from spaces and environments where they're abused emotionally and mentally. um, I mean, imagine how powerful that is. Like, you have a 14-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid shooting another 15-year-old kid in the head, killing him. Like, okay, I understand that makes you tough, but if I really told you the power that you possess, that you could live any life that you really wanted to with just using this, your brain, your thoughts, and then connecting with this, and then transcending to this, that you could have anything on this planet that you could ever imagine or ever wish for. The thought of killing someone or doing that, making that move, wouldn't even seem the least bit logical. But again, you don't know what you don't know, and different environments produce different type of people, emotions, and this, that, and the other. And there may be a lot of pain. There may not be, just maybe conscious decision or simple brain deadness. But at the end of the day, that really rocked my world yesterday, because I was like, man, um, what do you do? But then in the same token, it's like, okay, it says that not everybody shall be spared, So, some people just live unconscious life. I was talking to one of my clients yesterday for this listing. This listing I have going up in like a week and a half, and he works with people in the rental market, low income, minorities. And it was interesting to listen to him talk, because he was like, some of these homeless people that we have here, like in Seattle, a lot of them, some of them are just brain dead. Like they don't have any idea of where they are. Like they just like a zombie. They just move through life. Like they don't have any like basis of like fundamental understanding of what is, and their minds are just gone. And that for me is hard. It's hard to accept, because it's like, man, we've all been blessed with that gift, and that's to be human. We are a dominant race. If you look at around us and you see how organized we are as a human, as a race, or as a society, we've done pretty damn well. Like we could, like, yeah, we hear about killings over here, we hear about killings over there, and it's bad, but we could be in absolute chaos. But like, think about the order regimen that we are in, and how magnificent people are cohabitating with each other. And some people don't even like other people, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean it always results into violence. It may be some other nonverbal type of violence or non-physical, but I mean, we could be in total disarray as a human population. And in some parts of the world, we are in total disarray, right? But we've done pretty well as a human society, and I think that's something to celebrate. But when they take it down to a micro level of youth, and looking at what's influencing them, the music that's penetrating into these low income communities, you know, it blows my mind. It just blows my mind, because as an adult, having experience and living through these things, when I listen to the music, the way that it makes me think about things, it's I can only imagine what that would do on an intelligent young soul, and how it could potentially guide them down a different path. And I think as people who experience and has become more and more enlightened, it's important for us to go back and grab our youth. Now, the book today talked about, and this is something I've been kind of transcending into, which is wild, because in our mantra we say we're ready to transcend, we have arrived. So we're taking it. So we're taking it to the next level. But the book talks specifically about today. Eckhart Tolle is not defining good or bad. So first off, you want to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. You want to focus on who you are and not who you are not, right? But then your mind goes into this flurry of, oh my goodness, this is happening, right? And you start defining it as good or bad. Now, the interesting part about that is, if you sit right in the middle and you don't identify anything as good or bad, you just be. And when you just be, your mind and your emotions aren't swayed to this direction or that direction. You just are what it is. And that doesn't mean that that's who you become, unless you choose to be, right? But you just are, and you're just in this space, and it feels kind of surreal. I can't really explain the feeling, because I've been in it for like the last couple of weeks. You don't feel driven by your physical self. At the same time, it's like you feel like you're a spiritual being, just continuously, just transcending, man. It's absolutely wild. I really can't explain it. But when you get there, understanding that there is no definition for good or bad, that's a point of transcending into the next level. Whew. So please feel free to repeat after me. Before we exit out, my computer is getting ready to die. This is my life. I am aware. I take full responsibility. for my reality and thoughts. I recognize I have the power to manifest the best possible life, a life of wealth, love, and peace. I truly believe I have zero limitations. I trust my instincts, God, and universe. I am ready to transcend. I have arrived, and so it is. Everybody who jumped on the messenger board this morning, good morning. Everybody who is watching at home, good morning. Thank you for sending me love and light through the camera. I appreciate that. Happy Saturday. Make it the best day of your life today. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5.